Clowns. A creature that seems to exist somewhere between the normal and the paranormal. For many, the idea of a clown is far more terrifying than the thought of ghosts or spirits. This is the tale of one such clown who brought chaos and fear to a small town called Beriktown. It all began when a series of strange events started unfolding, leaving the townspeople gripped by terror. In the otherwise lively Beriktown, life had come to a standstill. Streets that once bustled with activity now lay eerily empty as people stopped venturing outside their homes. The incident that changed everything began on a special day for a young girl named Anna. It was her 13th birthday, and her parents Megan and Steve had gone out of their way to make it memorable. They decorated the house with colorful balloons, streamers, and lights, eagerly waiting for Anna to come out and celebrate. But Anna hadn't left her room all day. "Anna, open the door," Megan called out, her voice laced with both love and frustration. "Your father and I have decorated the whole house for your birthday. Don't be so stubborn. Come out quickly and don't upset your mom." Despite their repeated calls, Anna didn't respond. The only sound from behind the door was the faint noise of sobbing. Concerned and growing more upset, her parents tried again. "Anna, sweetheart, what's wrong? Please open the door," Steve added, knocking gently. But then Anna's voice came through, loud and filled with anguish. "Just go, please, go away," she shouted. Megan and Steve were taken aback. "Anna, what happened? Whatever it is, we can fix it together," Megan pleaded.
"It's because of you both,"
Anna yelled, her sobs intensifying. "I've reached a point of no return. I can't come back now. Just leave me alone. Go away." As her cries echoed through the house, Anna's parents were left heartbroken. Inside her room, Anna clutched a doll tightly. It wasn't an ordinary doll. It was a clown doll she had found 3 months earlier while playing in the park. Since that day, everything about Anna had changed. Before finding the doll, Anna had been a cheerful, happy-go-lucky girl who loved spending time with her friends and family. But after bringing the clown doll home, she grew distant and irritable. She stopped talking to her friends, lashed out at her parents, and began spending hours locked in her room. Her only companion seemed to be the doll. Megan and Steve had initially dismissed her behavior as normal teenage mood swings, but as time passed, it became clear that something was very wrong. Now, hearing their daughter's heart-wrenching cries, Megan couldn't hold back her tears. Steve tried to comfort her, gently leading her away from Anna's door. "Give her some space," he whispered, though his own voice trembled with worry. Unbeknownst to them, something far more sinister was unfolding in Anna's room. The clown doll that Anna had been hugging moments earlier was no longer just a doll. Sitting beside her now was a full-sized clown, its painted face watching her intently as it wiped away her tears. Anna's sobs subsided, replaced by a chilling silence. Whatever was happening in that room was only the beginning of a nightmare that would soon engulf the entire town. Meanwhile, on the other side of Beriktown, a teenager named Robin was biking home after hanging out with his friends. The evening had taken a sudden turn, with dark clouds gathering ominously overhead. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and soon a torrential downpour began. Robin struggled to keep his balance on the slippery road as the rain obscured his vision. Suddenly, someone appeared in front of him. The figure stood in the middle of the road, holding a bunch of colorful balloons. Their face was hidden behind the balloons, making it impossible to identify who it was. Startled, Robin swerved sharply to avoid hitting them, but the slippery road caused his bicycle to skid. He tumbled to the ground, scraping his knee in the process. Groaning in pain, Robin looked up, hoping to catch a glimpse of the person who had startled him, but they were gone. The road was empty. Confused and uneasy, he began to stand up when a flash of lightning illuminated the scene. Standing just a few feet away was the figure, now fully visible. "Hello!" "Surprise, surprise," the figure exclaimed, revealing itself to be a clown. Its face was grotesque, painted with exaggerated features that seemed to mock and menace simultaneously. Robin froze, his body trembling with fear. Before he could react, the clown lunged toward him. When Robin didn't return home on time, his parents grew worried. They searched the neighborhood and asked around but found no trace of him. Eventually, they reported his disappearance to the police. The police launched a search operation, combing through the town for any sign of the missing teenager. While patrolling the same road Robin had taken, one of the officers noticed something unusual. "Stop the car," he instructed the driver. Stepping out, he walked toward a large tree on the side of the road. What he saw made his blood run cold. Robin's lifeless body was hanging from the tree, suspended by a rope tied around his neck. Attached to the rope were the same balloons the clown had been holding. To make matters worse, Robin's face was covered in clown makeup, his expression frozen in a haunting parody of joy. "Call the chief," the officer said, his voice shaking. "We have a serious problem here." The discovery of Robin's body sent shockwaves through Beriktown. Panic and fear spread like wildfire as news of the clown's involvement began to circulate. Parents kept their children indoors, and the streets grew even more desolate. Back at Anna's house, a strange transformation was taking place. For the first time in months, Anna seemed genuinely happy. She danced around her room, clutching the clown doll tightly. Her laughter echoed eerily through the house, unsettling her parents. They couldn't understand the sudden change in her mood, but they were too afraid to question it. Robin's death, horrifying as it was, turned out to be just the beginning. The clown's reign of terror was far from over, and Beriktown was about to witness even darker days. What connection did the clown have to Anna? And how many more lives would it claim? The answers lay hidden in the shadows, waiting to reveal themselves as the nightmare continued to unfold. Stay tuned for episode 2.